Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Ansari, Qadiri, Rifai, Tariqa question and answer on Tuesdays. Today we are going to cover some health topics and answer some of the questions that we have received from you. Shaykh Taner.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First connections. Medet and destur ya Allah, ya Rasulullah, ya Ali Veliyullah, ya Abdul Geylani, ya Ahmed Rifai, ya Abdullah Hashim, ya Muhammad Ansari, ya Muzeyyen Ansari, and my mentor Haj Hamza Ramazan and his team. Al-Fatiha.
Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. İyyâke na'budu ve iyyâke nestaîn. İhdina sıratal mustakim. Sıratallezîne en'amte aleyhim. Gayril mağdubi aleyhim. Veleddâlin. Amin. Now I answer questions, but first question I'm asking to myself. How can we protect ourselves from coronavirus or viruses and flus and such? That's my question. And the answer is, bring that thing. All right.
Janan, you're supposed to be the bellboy.
I'm the bellboy. Well, you're okay.
All right. Now, throughout our experiences, which we've been around the world at every year
For the last 12 years, I think.
12, 15 years, maybe more,
Yes.
we have acquired certain habits to protect us from getting sick so that we can serve and not have our trip crippled by sicknesses and this that. It is so important because people pay all this money for us to get there and talk to them, and then we have to be healthy. So what do we do? How do we do this? This is before coronavirus.
Yeah, plane tickets are expensive.
Plane tickets are expensive, yes. So the first thing is, of course, we exercise, believe it or not, every day to make this trip.
Should I turn the light on?
Yes.
Okay, carry on.
We boost our immune system. We eat right. I don't want to go into them yet, but inshallah, we're going to have a channel for health in YouTube and share all this experience with the whole world, not only my students. Okay, let's get to coronavirus. The coronavirus is from the nose. Most sicknesses are from the nose or by
Enters the body through the nose.
Yes. So, you see how many times I touch my face. So your hand has to be clean.
There you go. Our we use Turkish cologne for this. You remember we've talked about this beginning of the
I
Jami.
carry,
Here you go.
yes, I carry this. This is a cologne with, I call it fuzz sprayer. So as soon as we get in and this, and we spray our hands and then clean. And then when we get into the plane, then we take this, and then clean the whole seat and then the stand and everything.
And the serving table, remember,
Serving
and
table,
anything that your hands are
and
going to
behind
touch.
it and behind you. All right. Coronavirus gets through your nose. So there are 3 defense points before you get them into your lungs. And if you do these things,
It will Very
I mean,
helpful.
so far we have not gotten any flu, this, that on the road because we do these things. One is your nose, right? The first one is nose. Nose has its own protection program there. It's called sinus and those hair and etc.
Yes.
So just because virus or fluid in your nose doesn't mean you got it. If you can keep it there or if it dies there. And Dr. Kamila, our doctor, our Tariqa doctor found this out that they are testing the wrong place. They should
Test the throat.
Test the
Goes
throat.
through your what goes through your nose? Actually, what is in your nose is not quite in your inside your body yet. She was saying that when it gets to your throat, it really is inside your body.
Yes. So this is our practice, is that this is also for allergies. We have to do salt water rinse every day, morning and evening, and I do it 3-4 times a day now.
Because he suffers severely with allergies, and you know when we are traveling every 15 days,
now my wife is going
the whole environment.
to show you how to make this. This is very easy. All right, again.
Okay.
Because she thinks she did this before.
Yes.
You should all remember,
yes.
but I know you will not.
Yes.
And I bet nobody is doing this. So please do this.
A cup about 8 ounces, and this is
She's
a
very
teaspoon.
optimistic person.
Yes, I am. So pour it in. And this water is water that you have boiled and cooled. All right.
Did you show the salt?
Yes, I showed the salt. I hope you saw it.
This part is easy, like put on your seat.
Just make sure it is distilled and cooled water while it's warm, or if it is cooler like this one, you're going to mix it a little bit more, but the salt is still very nicely.
Do you have any Turkish customers today?
I have to look at YouTube chat.
I will explain all this in Turkish. Şimdi seneler önce biz dünyanın etrafında dolaştık durduk. 10-15 sene falan. Bu arada bir takım adetler edindik. Bunları sizinle paylaşıyoruz. Bir tanesi işte mendille oturduğunuz yerleri silmek, özellikle uçakta. Ondan sonra işte kolonya, fıs kolonya var. Kolonyayla kendini temizlemek. Elini filan temiz tutmak. Sonrası burun. Şimdi virüs burundan geliyor. Onun için tuzlu su önemli. Bunu da yapıyoruz.
Bir daha mı yapayım?
Hayır. Tamam, gördüler.
Tamam.
Şimdi bunu gösteriyorum, benim tuzlu su.
Evet. Yani yarım bardak suya 1 çay kaşığı tuz. Ama kaynatılmış ve soğutulmuş suya yapıyoruz bunu.
İşte görüyorsun, buna basıyorum. Bu açılıyor. Ağzıma döküyorum ve burnuma çekiyorum.
Evet. Tuzlu su yazmışız herhalde. Üstüne Türkçe yazmışım onun üstüne.
Tuzlu su. Neyse. Salt water. Ondan sonra rinsing your nose. Just like voodoo, you know. But you do this with salt water. Especially when you come from outside, you should do this right away.
Not only do you wash your hands, we are basically suggesting please also clean out your nose, your mouth. There is a spike again. People are getting tired of it, obviously, but at least this is something
it is not
you
going
can do.
Because people are not doing the right thing. And then it goes to your throat, right? We have a defense mechanism for that too. It's called Listerine with alcohol, okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Make sure that it kills the germs. It said 99% it kills the germs. So I put this in a small glass and take in my mouth and then gargle. Gargle your throat. Try to stay at least 30 seconds, not in no. You have to gargle it 30 seconds. I also brush my teeth with this. I don't use toothpaste. You can do whatever you want. And that is our which defense? Second defense. First, second.
Yes, just a second. There's some. There you go.
The first defense is actually third. Your hand wash.
Your hand wash.
And then you put your mask.
Sanitizing your hands. And here is our mask. You brought it in. You might as well.
Yeah.
So the blue side is going to be out. We all know that, I think.
If you are going out, if you are going to go into crowd or shopping center, you put this on and don't take it off until you are out. And unless you're eating something, that's the only time we take it off is eating. But when we see a whole 100 meters empty, then we put it down a little bit. When we see somebody, we put it up. Okay.
Social distancing rules and requirements apply, basically.
This is the soap that you use your hand, and don't immediately take some time to wash inside, outside, like this. And if you do this, you don't get sick. We didn't get sick, and
we suffer from allergies and other things, but usually, as you know, we see hundreds of people as we are traveling, and alhamdulillah, it's been so far so good.
This doesn't mean 100%. There is no 100% in anything.
Let's not forget.
The other thing for your throat when you're walking and when you're in a crowd is lozenges, especially elderberry lozenges. That's lozenge that kills germs. You have to take it in your mouth. This will disinfect your mouth plus your throat. So
it makes acidic environment basically for your throat.
So don't let the bug go in. Keep it out. Then you'll be safe. You can go anywhere you want. Yes.
We want to see a future where all of us are safe and sound and back to normal, actually better than normal, inshallah.
Allah the Most High has prescribed us wudu. This is basic hygiene. Clean your hands, clean your face, clean your nose, behind your ears, your head, your feet. Then there will be no germ. Clean the inside and the outside. That one. Entrance and exit should be clean for a human body to keep out the germs. So after sex, you have to take a shower, bath, wash, whatever. Don't let new germs be created by your life-giving juices. Okay.
I have a comment that that says, I use lemon and hot water with bicarbonate, I think baking soda. Bicarbonate for washing my mouth and drinking it later with another glass.
Anything that is killing the germs, not giving a chance to grow, is fine.
He says he actually had coronavirus, but he was asymptomatic. He knew it after a serological test.
So it means that you kept it, you contained it by the nose. That's it.
Yeah, we have one Turkish person now. Yes, so that was successful. Congratulations on that. We all understand by now that we are going to use bone broth and chicken broth to strengthen our chicken bone broth and beef bone broth to strengthen our immune system. And with these Instapots, really quick, apparently the time to make bone broth is reduced greatly. So I have been told, obviously it is up to each one of us to take responsibility and make sure we are healthy and our families are healthy, inshallah.
See, this coronavirus can be easily contained if we comply. Very simple. It is gotten through water vapors. So put your mask, keep your distance, and do what I say, keep clean, and that will be contained. But if you keep yourself saying you are a hero, you don't need it, and you can this and that, there is no hero in nature. Allah is hero. I don't have any hero anywhere else. So just comply.
We are concerned about you and we want you to be in the best of the health, inshallah.
I don't want to brag or anything, but so far, none of my students died because of, nobody died because of COVID. Only 2 at the beginning caught it, and three. And we treated them, and they are okay also. Alhamdulillah, thank you Allah. So, we share it with you. Let's go to the question that we couldn't answer last week.
Okay.
Ya Allah, now we're going to serious business.
All right. Our first question is, what does purifying oneself mean?
Short answer, long answer.
I don't know.
I'm not, that's a rhetorical question. In short, it is purifying your focus, going anywhere else but Allah. Purifying in your heart, nothing else but Allah. That's all. That's it.
That's it. Okay. We had a question with coronavirus actually, and the question was, thank you Allah. The question was, when I do the prayers, when I do my zikr, does this help me to protect me against coronavirus? Because we are saying to everybody, keep a positive mindset, which strengthens your immune system. Funny enough, not funny enough actually.
It will help, but it's not going to stop it. Why? Because this is a physical thing. This is a bug, and this is little and many. Unless you do the physical protection, you can pray all you want. Your prayers will give you the sense to protect yourself physically. You know the camel? Tie the camel. Shall I tell you again?
Yes.
You know, 2 people, after a journey, they come to an inn and they want to rest. And then one says, Allah is my owner. I am leaving my camel to Allah, so he doesn't tie it. The other one ties it. But in the morning, they get up and one's camel is gone. And then they're talking to each other. He says, my camel is gone. He said, what did you do? I left it in care of my Lord. And he said, what did you do? I also did that, but I tied my camel. He says, Allah also has his lions to feed and tigers to feed. Allah is not only your Allah, Allah also did, and your camel is not tied. So first precaution, you have to take your part, you have to do your part. Then prayer is going to help you. Even when you're doing your part, prayer is going to help you, but you gotta do your part. take your precautions, then trust in Allah. There is a Turkish saying, tedbir bizden, take takdir Allah'tan, which means precaution is our part, and takdir, deciding what's going to happen, is Allah's part. We are only responsible for our part. Şimdi diyorlar ki koronavirüste dua edersek olur mu? Ben de diyorum ki olur ama önce tedbirini alacaksın, dediğimiz şeyleri yapacaksın. Ondan sonra elini yüzünü temiz tutacaksın, maskeni takacaksın, yapacaksın.
Bol bol kolonya, limon kolonyası
kullanacaksın. Ondan sonra Allah'a dua edeceksin. Onun için bir hikaye var. İki keravancı gitmişler işte. Kervandan bir şeye hana. Ondan sonra yatmışlar, sabah kalkmışlar. Birinin devesi yok. Öbürünün devesi var. Demişler, niye, ne oldu? Ben demiş Allah'a emanet ettim, yattım. Demiş ben de Allah'a emanet ettim, yattım ama demiş ben devemi bağladım. Allah'ın demiş kurdu var, kuşu var, efendime söyleyeyim aslanı var, kaplanı var. Bunlar da yiyecek lazım. Onun için önce tedbir, sonra Allah'a tevekkül. Yani tedbir bizden, takdir Allah'tan. Yes.
Yes, thank you very much for that. I have actually, you said you're going to do another Just Health show, and I have a question about remote healing. Do you think you would like to do that? How does it work? Would you like to do that now or in the other program?
In the other, how does the remote healing
works?
I mean, this is a healing question.
Okay.
Okay. In the other show, I'll tell you, but remotely, we do it technically, which we have a core machine and also Zikr and Dua. Also is like a core machine is a radionics. Radio frequencies, everybody has a frequency. So this program is not a machine actually, it is a program, cyber program, what is it? Mm-hmm. It can find you as long as your name and address and everything. They can find you and it can scan you and then find what's wrong with you, and it can with frequency, it can heal you. This is outwardly, this is a physical thing that we can do. The other is, of course, no matter where you are, a Shaykh can be with you. And this is by Sheikhs or somebody's prayers, he can find you and pray for you and it will work. The other is remote, is that hands-on healing is that there has to be somebody on your side in the YouTube. We use the YouTube, not YouTube,
Skype or
WhatsApp or whatever. And then I see you, we see you, which is, and then the person has to has a little knowledge of what we want him to do. Then we can also do healing like that. So remote healing that we do is these time. One is FaceTime, the other is just long distance mind to your brain connection through your frequency. The other is a real program. We have it in the computer. You want to show it?
It's a Sufi. Well, they'll just see a computer. Yeah. It's a core radionics remote healing program. It can also be in person. but we have put the Sufi healing book in there, literally, have made it part of the program. So it's a Sufi core healing program that I use. And if you are curious about this, it is very easy to Google. There is a Time magazine research article. You can still find this. I think it's about 10 years old. And the study was, even if you didn't know the people, if you just look at their picture and prayed for them, do they heal faster than somebody who wasn't prayed for, given that all the conditions are equal? And the very interesting at the time answer was yes. People who were prayed for, just regular people praying for somebody they don't even know, just know a picture of, healed from heart attacks. At the time they were testing heart attacks faster than somebody who didn't. It's a very interesting article. You should Google it and check it out. And it is not surprising that people who were, they say churchgoers in this case, but who are devoted people to spirituality, I will say, even if they were smokers, they had a better immune system. They had a better health. I'm not saying you should smoke. You shouldn't. It is poisoning yourself. But what I am saying is, praying physically helps you. So we will talk more about that subject.
I'd like to say
inshallah.
a couple more things about this.
You do. Go ahead.
I'd like to, if you don't mind.
No. Okay.
We met this program in South Africa. A friend of ours had it. And then, of course, I had to check everything several times before I okayed. After checking several times, then I said, okay, so we bought the program ourselves. It is, what, $20,000 program someplace, something like that. Expensive. But what took me is two things. One, I am sitting by this person who has this program and checking me out, and then all of a sudden something appeared in that screen.
Sufi teacher has been detected.
Master has been detected.
In the room.
In the room. Excuse me? Excuse me, we weren't even looking at this.
He was actually, we were trying it on me because I am the curious about technology person in our family. So that's what it said.
And then we tried on, they also, you can do also the business, especially this one took me. Can you tell that?
Yeah, the person basically was wondering what was happening to his business because somebody who was working for him had opened a shop down the street.
Mechanics.
It's mechanics story. If you are familiar with mechanics business, there's a lot more stuff happening in there, drama happening in there than you would imagine. So he told us the story that he locks up, first of all his customer base and customer list and everything. And somebody who was working for him went and opened their own business. And now he's losing quite a lot of business, but he did not share his customer form with this base with this person. So he asked me to look into the business. This was one of the very successful ones. It doesn't always happen, by the way, like this, but this was very clear. So what happened is that it came out on the healing process that his store had been broken into within a week, and his customer list was stolen from the computer.
Yes.
And he had not connected the two. Sometimes, it helps to have some help to connect to things that you didn't think were related, but that's what happened. So he knew what happened and he took his precautions. accordingly.
So in short, we have not had one incident. They say, no, it didn't work. It works. So we use it when we need to, when people need to. I'm going to tell this in Turkish now. Soruyorlar uzaktan tedavi nasıl oluyor diye. Oluyor mu olmuyor mu diye. Dedim 3 türlü oluyor. Bir tanesi sana rabıta yapıyor ve seni buluyor ve sana zikirle radyasyon terapisi yapıyor ve seni düzeltiyor. Duayla. Ondan sonra dualar oluyor. İkincisi ise internette yani işte WhatsApp'ta yahut da Skype'da karşı karşıya kalıyoruz. Öbür tarafta da benden bir kişi oluyor. Ve gereken şeyi öyle de yapıyoruz. Üçüncüsü ise bizdeki o core programı var. Onunla radyonik deniyor buna, radyo frekanslarıyla bir kişiyi buluyor ve onun nesi var nesi yok onu tarıyor ve
o kişinin izniyle tabii ki ismiyle, soy ismiyle,
ortaya çıkarıyor onu ve tedavi ediyor. Ve bu bizim için çalışıyor. Bir seferinde işte bunu Güney Afrika'da bir yerde görmüştük. Adam hanıma bakıyordu. Birdenbire ekranda bir ibare gözüktü. Dedi ki
bu programı kullanarak.
Bu programda başka bir şey yaparken bir Sufi şeyhinin mevcudiyeti tanınmış.
Ona da
belirmiştir. Ya. Nereden biliyor bu adam şimdi? Yapay zeka herhalde bu. Bilmiyorum nasıl bir şeyse ama biliyor. İşi de biliyor. İstediğin işi check edelim ve nesi var, nesi yok, yanlışı ya doğrusunu gösterebiliyoruz. Bu kadar.
Okay.
Next.
So our next question is, and by the way, if you have any questions, please feel free to, or comments, feel free to type them up. Thanks to Burak and Hazmat, our chat is working right now. So our first question is, lately, I feel I can just leave this worldly life alone and just do or listen to Zikr and just stay there. It is a much happier place to be in than this world. But this is not realistic. How do I find the balance?
You find the balance by knowing the purpose. What is the purpose of Allah putting you into this world? To learn Allah. You are induced in love and you don't want to do anything else. But love is not making you learn. Love is just getting you closer to Allah in love. But this is not the only way to get close to Allah. We have to know Allah. We have to learn Allah. We have to appreciate Allah. Unless you know all this, even if your zikr is making you happy, this is just Allah's Salaam onto you. You have not learned anything. You have not even come closer to Allah. You have to be tested by patience and giving and generosity and kindness and gentlemanship and mercy and justice. All this is going to happen in the world. When you are dealing with your neighbors, when you are dealing with your sons, when you are dealing with your daughters, school, the life. Who is handling the life? Life is in the hands of Allah like this. And you are this. He's putting you this, you have to testing you, what you're going to do. Then this, what you're going to do. Allah says in Quran Karim, you can only draw closer to Allah by good behavior. And this is the time to exercise your good behavior. If you are not good, you have to learn better, do better, keep trying. Guess what? Allah gives you plenty of practice. You can, especially patience. Alhamdulillah, there is no shortage of situation where you need to be patient. One thing I found out that there is not enough patience. Allah's last name is Sabr. So, but think how Allah is patient with you. Then I find patience in me when I think how Allah is patient with me, then I can be patient with Jana or somebody. Evet, şimdi sordular diyorlar ki işte ben seninle uğraşmak istemiyorum, dünya hayatı beni
Bir
yoruyor.
köşeye çekilip sadece duamla, zikrimle uğraşmak istiyorum.
Diyor falan. Fakat bu seni Allah'a yaklaştırmaz. Dünyada olacaksın ki Allah'a yaklaşmak Kur'an-ı Kerim'de iyi davranışlarla oluyor. İyi ahlakla, güzel ahlakla, iyi davranışlarla oluyor. Davranışlar senin düşüncelerine gelişmişse, insan-ı kamil misin, değil misin? Bu düşüncelerinin bir göstergesi oluyor. Onun için Allah yaklaşmak için şu derecelerden geçmen lazım. Sabır, sabırdan ne kadar öğrendin, ne kadar sabırlısın, merhamet, ne kadar sabırlı, cömertlik, ne kadar cömertsin, insanları düşünme, ne kadar sen kendinden başkalarına fedakarlık, bu konu ne kadar, bunların hepsi böyle köşeye oturmaktan olmuyor. Bunların hepsi insanlar arasına karışıp hayatı yaşayıp fakat gayeyi bileceksin. Gayem daha iyi bir davranış öğrenmek ve sergilemek. Bir dahaki sefere daha iyi yapacağım. Bu sefer biraz sert konuştum. Gelecek sefere biraz daha yumuşak konuşayım. Daha yumuşak konuşayım. Peygamber Efendimiz diyor ki ben diyor biliyorsun ne kadar Allah'ın merhametliyim, yumuşağım. Fakat ona rağmen bana Allah diyor ki yumuşak ol. Çünkü kalp, Allah öbür kişinin de kalbinde. Sen bir şey yaparken mesela bir örnek vereyim. Bunu benim gençlik zamanında öğrendiğim şeyler. Şimdi iki arkadaş genç bakıyorlar. Adamın biri abdesti doğru almıyor. Şimdi adama gidip de demirler ki abdesti doğru almıyorum. Baba gel bak. Diyor ne yapalım kalbini falan kırmadan diyorlar ki dede diyor bak bu diyor ki ben iyi abdest alıyorum ben diyorum ki ben daha iyi alıyorum. Biz diyorlar bir deneyelim sen bizi seyret bakalım hangimiz daha iyi sen hakem ol. Ondan sonra adam bunlara bakıyor diyor ki oğlum diyor siz iyi alıyormuşsunuz ben iyi almıyormuşum. Yani böyle işte sufi şeyler hikayelerle yani kimsenin kalbine kırmadan kimseye hücum etmeden hikayelerden şey alacaksın. Onun için sufi hikayeleri var. Böyle. Başka.
So you will, the second part of the question was that I know this is not realistic, but how do I find the balance? So you are, what I am hearing you saying is that you find the balance. First of all, we don't have the luxury of just staying home and doing nothing. But the other part is that if you want to get closer to Allah, you have to be out there in the middle of life.
The balance is there. The knowing, waking up. You know, that's where the balance is. What is your purpose? Your purpose sitting in the corner is you.
Yes.
Your purpose has to be Allah. Yes, you enjoy Allah, fine, but your purpose, Allah's purpose for you to live in this world is to know Him and to get closer to Him. What gets you closer to Him is good behavior. So you have to learn good behavior. That's where the balance is, learning the good behavior. Thank you.
All right, now I have a cute question. It is about babies. Question is, are babies born at the level of inspired nafs? And if yes, how can parents help? May I have a little bit of that? Thank you. How can parents help their children ascend in nafs rather than descend into lower nafs? Thank you.
First of all, this is the system. there's nothing parents can do this, that they
But
speak
you know,
their,
they talk about babies are born pure and all that.
yeah, they are pure until 2 years old. It is automatic system, you know. They have to go to their level.
So terrible twos is like the
Yeah, then nerves kicks in and that's it. So what can you do? Nothing. You can do nothing. You want to do something for your kids, be truthful to them, exhibit a good, decent person, and enjoying the righteousness, and disjoin the falsehood. That's what you gotta do. If they're doing something good, they say, very good, very good. Oh, fam, you can do this good. Allah doesn't like that. Always use Allah. Allah doesn't like that. This is how you can help them still. Their faith is, their journey to Allah is their own, and your journey is your own. You can help some, you can pray for them. That's the only thing I find out, because everybody has a free will. We cannot override their free will. We cannot brainwash them, which we do, but that is wrong.
Okay, would you like to say it in Turkish? We have a couple more Turkish people in the group.
Sen soruyu söyle Türkçe.
Sorumuz, bebekler doğduğunda nefs-i mutmain derecesinde mi doğuyorlar? Eğer öyleyse çocuklarımız tekrar nefs derecelerinde inmemeye, ilk nefs derecesine inmemeleri için, o 4. derece biliyorsunuz, ne yapabiliriz? Bunu durdurmamızın bir yöntemi var mı ki her zaman için Allah'a bağlı olarak bütün hayatları boyunca kalsınlar?
Bir kere I didn't answer in English that kids are not in the nefs mutmainne. They're in nefs safiye. They're pure. There's no nefs in them at the beginning when they are born. That's why they're the closest thing to Allah. İlk önce bir kere çocuklar nefs-i mutmaniyede doğmuyorlar. Nefs-i safiyede doğuyorlar. Yani de Allah'tan gelir de direkt şimdi gelmiş adam işte Allah'tan. Allah içine şimdi girmiş. Ruhumdan üfledim diyor. O zaman hayat buluyor. Onun için çocuklarınıza yapacağınız bir şey yok. Bu zaten bir sisteme bağlamış Allah. Ondan sonra ilk önce safiyet, sonradan nefis içine geliyor. Sonra da biz alıştırıyoruz. Bu benim, hayır benim. İşte böylece benliği öğretiyoruz. Ondan sonra kavgayı öğretiyoruz. Adana'da sövmeyi öğretiyorlar. Söyle bakın bu abine bir söv bakın. Bu. You know, bir kere çocuklarımıza yapacağımız şey onlara iyi örnek olmak ve dua etmek. Doğru yaptıkları zaman onu şey yapmak, aferin iyi yaptın filan. Yanlış yaptığı zaman da onu iyi yapmadın bak daha iyi yaparsın gibi şeylerle doğruyu ve yanlışı doğruyu daha çok desteklemek, yanlışı da desteklememek. Ondan sonra çocukların kendi yolu var Allah'a doğru. Onlar da kendisine gidecek. Allah özgür iradeye karışmıyor. Biz ise özgür iradeye karışmak için yaratılmışız sanki. Onlara karışmak bu vazifemiz. 50 yaşına gelene kadar hala ben annem benim dediğim olacak bunu yapacağım.
For our English viewers, Shaykh is talking about overbearing parents who want who are not giving their children
Place to grow.
place to grow, and insisting on what they say happens rather than teaching our
I am your mother.
how to decide.
Indian mothers, they own the boys.
Not girls. Girls are free then.
The girls are, they have to suffer somewhere else if they get married in the other family who the mother is the boss. And then that is my boy, he's gonna do what I say. My Jannah is under the feet of the mothers. They think the kids are going to get into Jannah because they no, that is for them, not for you. You can do whatever you want. But so they own the mother, they own the boys, and then the brides have to wait until the mother-in-law dies so they can have some life. I'm sorry if that is negative. Let's be positive. May Allah make us to among those people who respect each other's free will and their life and philosophy and thinking.
Amen.
Amen. Oh Allah, please help us see the truth and help us to act with it and accept it and act with it. Please help us. Make it easy for us to see the false and let's avoid it. Rizan Lillah, Rizan Rasulullah, Rizan Piran, Rizan everybody's mothers and fathers. May Allah be happy with all the fathers and mothers who have unselfishly raising all these kids. So all Allah is raising this through them. May Allah realize it that we are only the means for Allah to raise these kids. And may Allah guide our kids, Ya Hadi, Ya Haq, and everybody else. Ya Hadi, Ya Haq, Ya Latif, Ya Hadi, Ya Haq, Ya Latif, Ya Hadi, Ya Haq, Ya Latif, Ya Alim, Ya Hakim. Save us from the ignorance. Ya Alim, Ya Hakim, Ya Hasib, Ya Rashid, Ya Alim, Ya Hakim, Ya Hasib, Ya Rashid, Ya Alim, Ya Hakim, Ya Hasib, Ya Rashid, Ya Alim, Ya Hakim, Ya Hasib, Ya Mimin, Ya Rashid, Ya Mimin, Ya Rashid, Ya Mimin, Ya Rashid, Ya Mimin, Ya Rashid, Ya Mimin, Ya Rashid. There is nothing in the world more important than your connection and holding on to the rope of Allah. And no matter what hits you, don't let it go.
Amen. And also for all the sick people.
Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi. Another new thing, Ya Basir, Ya Haq, Ya Basir. May Allah show us the truth in it. Ya Basir, Ya Haq, Ya Basir, Ya Haq, Ya Basir, Ya Haq, Ya Basir, Ya Haq. May Allah help us to act with it. Ya Muqtadir, Ya Haq, Ya Basir, Ya Haq. Ya Muqtadir, Ya Qadir, Ya Haq, Ya Muqtadir, Ya Qadir, Ya Haq, Ya Muqtadir, Ya Qadir, Ya Haq, Ya Haq. For the whole world, Ya Wadud, Ya Salaam, Ya Jami, Ya Nafi, Ya Wadud, Ya Salaam, Ya Jami, Ya Nafi, Ya Wadud, Ya Salaam, Ya Jami, Ya Nafi, Ya Wadud, Ya Salaam, Ya Jami, Ya Nafi. Allah, please send in your blessings. Peace and blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad and his family and all the other prophets and their family, all the awliya and anbiya and shuhada and all your deceased. Rizan Lillah, Rizan Rasulullah, Rizan Piran, Al-Fatiha, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. İyyâke na'budu ve iyyâke nestaîn. İhdina sıratal mustakim. Sıratal lezîne en'amte aleyhim. Gayril mağdubi aleyhim veleddâlin. Amin. Put your hand on your heart. Say, elinizi kalbinizin üstüne koyun. Selamun aleyküm.
Selamünaleyküm.
you.